Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. So, on this episode, I want to share the letter K, and K is for knowledge sharing. One thing that we often forget to do is while we're learning, while we're growing, while we're developing ourselves throughout our career journey, we are accumulating so much knowledge and insight, and it would be remiss to not share that knowledge and that insight with the world. And there is a way to do it that helps you to be visible and helps you to share and gives you exposure to others that we often fail to think about, and we worry when somebody says, why don't you post about that, or why don't you talk about that? Like, I'm not the expert. And so many times people who are presenting or sharing information are not the expert either. They may be a step or two ahead of somebody else, may have learned something new and not worried about knowing more, because by sharing, they're able to acquire more knowledge from people who may know more about it. Or they may just plant a seed of curiosity in somebody who did not know whatever you're sharing, and they want to explore it and they want to dive into it. So many times, if we find something that's interesting to us, it's going to be interesting to a lot of other people that surround us. So what I recommend for knowledge sharing is that you are absolutely putting out into this world what you're learning and sharing along your journey to not only help yourself to continue to learn and grow, because like I mentioned, you will have people comment that maybe are specialists in that area, or maybe have looked into or studied something a little bit deeper and can provide some more insight to you and others who are reading. And you can also, like I mentioned, spur that seed of curiosity in others, and they don't know what they don't know. And by sharing your knowledge and your insights, you can give them that opportunity to know, to take the next step and explore if that's an area of interest of theirs. So I highly recommend that you share your knowledge with others. And I'm not saying you have to publish journal articles, you have to write a book, you have to present at some big conference. But I do challenge you to see what are the even smaller opportunities that you can take. One is putting a post out. Most of you listening probably have a LinkedIn profile. Go on LinkedIn and make a post. It doesn't have to be perfect, and I don't know that there is a perfect. Make it good enough and put a question at the end of it. Maybe put a couple sentences or a paragraph or two and put a question and ask your connections and your audience a question about the topic. Maybe, what do you know, or what have you heard about this, or what are your thoughts on this, and those kinds of things. And stirring up that insight and that natural curiosity of gaining knowledge that, if you're listening, I imagine you are a lifelong learner and you have that inside of you already. So share that. It's a gift that you have, that you've been able to learn that. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Make it good enough. And get your knowledge and your learning out there to share with the world. Thank you for listening, and I'll catch you on the next episode.